Hello everyone, I'm Gingerly Gaming and welcome to Planet Zoo, a special, where today we're gonna take a look at the new DLC from Planet Zoo. It's called South American, I believe, and it actually starts out... Why are we actually starting a zoo in North America? We need to go in South America, because this DLC is all focused around tropical and South America, and Incas and all that kind of stuff. And starts out directly in the menu. This isn't really something from the DLC, this is actually from the update that also came out mere moments ago, where you can choose easy, medium or hard. We're just gonna go for medium right now. We're gonna call this the Info Zoo. Let's create the zoo, and I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit something about the zoo. So it's got, if I'm correctly, 4. Wow. There we go. We've spawned into the zoo. Oh my god. Like, hold on. Can we like? Is this our? Can we build on this? We can. Okay. So this is actually pretty neat. This is actually pretty cool. So this is actually where the entire zoo will be. We're not really gonna build an entire zoo, we're just gonna explain the new things and the new stuff that's around. So I've heard, let's see, so there, as you can probably see, there's some, if you just toggle, can we filter on DLCs, content pack, South America, there we go, cool. Okay, so if we choose all, you see we have some benches, some... Okay, let's just real quickly place down the path, because, well, that would be the easiest, wouldn't it? Let's make the width just normal, the length, let's increase it a little bit. Oops. There we go. So... as you can probably see, we're just real quickly gonna start with the facilities. So we've got some new benches over here. These came with the pack, together with... oh, come on. Together with this bin. Nice. Looking good. Also, a few exhibit centers. Of course, these always come in the pack. I am quite excited to see what we can build with these types of things, because as you can see, new roofs and new building stuff. Let's see, so there is this as well. Just real quickly gonna not even place them down, just because we can look at them real easily. So there's also a nice little round table, cool. Also South American style, together with, wow, that looks good. That actually looks presentable. Okay, so I'm not actually going to be placing all of these, as I said before. I'm just real quickly gonna grab them out. Nice. So these are pre-built by the developers, which is cool. I mean, oh, this is even for shops, and they leave it empty. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm just pulling them out as they go, but I'm more excited to actually see what's new added to the nature tab. So let's see, content pack, South America. So we've got a whole bunch of new trees, as you can probably see. There we go, together with some shrubbery. Wow, you can barely see him. But there's, oh, come on. Get rid. Okay. There we go. Okay, so these are some tree variants, together with a bunch of new bush types, making stuff look even more lovely than they used to. Cool. And in the bottom right you can see what they're from. So what they're for, like for instance they're tropical and of course South Central America, because that's what the pack is based on. That's why it's called South America pack. Can you guys follow still? Cool. Oh, there's an even nature... Oh, so there's some nature scenes. Ooh, and they actually look absolutely fantastic. Like, seriously, you can do quite some stuff with this. Even a semi-built version together with some of these things. Of course, you need to hang them. I can't really show them hanging. Doesn't matter. So for habitats, is there anything from the South America pack? So there's a shelter. There is a shelter. Cool. Together with an entire shelter based on South America, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Like, seriously, this looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to build with this. I can't wait to build with this. I mean, look at this. If this is shelters, I'm not sure what's gonna be going on, but okay. Is there any new barriers added, or nope? Okay, so the barriers stay consistent, cool. But construction, here's where it's gonna get real. So I can already see a couple of stuff for African, actually. That's interesting. African stuff in the South America. I don't mind, to be honest. I don't mind the fact that we now have, I don't know, the African. Is that just added to the game? Hold on. Because I don't believe these were here before. Wow, they've even added content to the game, to the original game, and I find that cool on the devs part, because I was missing quite a lot of content. But as you can see, you can actually build entire temples, rundown temples with just what we have over here, and that gold plating. This one, we've got that one. Hold on, let's just flatten. No, not flatten terrain. Let's just align to surface. There you go. See? So if you want to, you can even place down these guys. Now I am very much wondering if... Okay, so it's just a wall, and I'm just really curious to see what's behind this. Or is this seriously just... It's just pillars? Wow. Good on you, devs. That's built very tightly. I have to give a word out to the devs. That's amazingly built. That's creative. That's very creative. But the pack does also include animals. Now I'm not sure if there are any blueprints other than the ones I've already showed added to the game. But I believe... Oh no, here we go. Here's the South... Oh, be gone. Here's like a South American temple platform together with some ruins. Cool. Cool. So it's a lot in the style of ruins, as you can probably tell. But that's pretty cool, because that means you can really go out and build something that resembles something rundown. Oh, I'm trying to get this aligned. Like, it resembles something that's run down, but it's very neatly built. So you can really build some complicated rundown structures. There's even a tree hut. Ooh. Now that's interesting. I'm not sure where you're gonna use these guys, but I'm interested to use these in the Let's Play. And I'm also quite curious to build some of these structures myself. But first, let's get in the new animals. So I'm gonna build a cage real quickly. Actually, I'm gonna build 4 cages real quickly. And... or at least I'm gonna build as many cages as there are animals. I need to check that real quickly. But I'm gonna build as many cages as there are animals. I believe there's one habitat, or at least one exhibit creature. Let's just get the basic setup and get the creatures in there. So let's just real quickly get to that. Okay, so while I'm building this, I actually want to explain something about the new update. And one part of the update that I'm actually interested in most, and that's actually the part where all of the staff buildings can get a 50% reduce on... yeah, I'm trying to build everything while we're doing this. But all the staff buildings get a 50% off on customer happiness when it's 100% decorated. So that's actually something very interesting to look forward to whenever you're building your own zoo, because now you don't have to worry whether or not your customers are gonna be happy or not, because of the fact that everything is set up correctly or not, or at least close enough to the road or not. So you can get staff buildings way more close to the actual paths than to just simply get them somewhere set up and then afterwards thinking like, hey, you know what, it's too close to the paths where the customers come, and people are now upset because they can see the staff building. So at least that prevents stuff like that happening, and prevents stuff like stuff we need to do in the series where we have to lift the entire staff room just to make sure customers are not gonna be unhappy of seeing the staff building. But that's something I just wanted to add a little bit because it seems like something significant that does change a lot. So that's just something I wanted to add. Alright, so all the animals are right now being delivered to the zoo, and I kind of want to reveal them to you one by one. So here they are. Here it is. The llamas. They're finally here. They're finally in the game. I mean, they're cool animals, of course. They look amazing, but it's not that you miss them in the game. It's just that it's cool to have them right now. Of course, they have needs. Here they are. Of course, I didn't actually fit to their needs. These are just plain grasses. Just some grass plains. Of course, they don't have any space to live in. They don't have any enrichments. They don't have anything extra. They do right now have a genetic makeup, so you can actually find out who the parents were. Actually, you can see the genetics, and you can actually see why they appeal, you can see more about the animal than you used to. I'm actually gonna pause the game real quickly before any animals escape or whatever. Everything's going fine. I believe there are some new enrichments as well in the update, not added to the South America pack, but just added to the game itself. So we just need to see, I believe this is one of them. Yep, this seems like a new one, together with... I don't believe I've ever seen one of these. Food cages were in the game before. This one is new, or seems new at least. Of course, they're not gonna be happy with any of these enrichments, or maybe one or two of these enrichments, but overall they're not really gonna be happy with it. A large tire is also quite new to the game. A large snowball I don't believe I've seen as well. Natural termite mount, perhaps, but I'm not sure. Scratching posts were in the game. Rotational line feeder is actually new. It is. A restrainer feeder is also new. I'm not sure if this is new, but it seems new. Plant screen, I believe there was one already in the game. A new ball, of course, to make the animals happy. A suspended forager, I believe this is new as well. And a suspended high graze feeder is new as well. Poor llamas, they're like, stop adding stuff. It's not for us. But the snowman skittle enrichment is new. The tool puzzle feeder seems like a new thing. This one seems new. I'm just placing them down as they go. A water jet enrichment seems new. Perhaps a new enrichment just for the water. And a normal tire, of course, is also new. I believe that's all of the enrichments that are new. Of course, they're not quite happy with anything they've got, but it doesn't matter. You can just Ctrl-Z them. There you go. Boom. And now we're gonna take a look at another animal, which is new. It's the giant anteater. These creatures seem... I believe there weren't any anteaters in the game, or at least not this type of anteater. Of course not this type of anteater, because it's new. That's the entire bloody idea of new. But they do look quite epic, as you can tell. This is one of them up close. Ooh. Nice. Let me get one close one of the llama as well, just so we can have it. Cool. And let's take a look at the monkeys. Now these are also new. These are the Colombian white-faced Capuchin monkeys. As you can tell, they look epic. I mean, we already had a whole bunch of monkeys and I didn't really miss them. But it's epic to have them. It's cool to see. It's cool to look at them. And just a whole new monkey added to the game. That's quite cool. Of course, we're gonna skip the Jaguar for now. We're gonna look at the red-eyed tree frog. Now I believe what we could do is we can enter the habitat, right? Yeah, let me see if we can find one. Speaking of finding one, I found one. Oh, that's the tree. This is the red-eyed tree frog. As you can see, quite a magnificent creature, to say the least. So this one is added to the game as well. It's just another thing to place in the exhibit center. I'm not really the biggest fan of these exhibit rooms, or at least these exhibits, because, well, you can't really see the animals correctly. Of course, there's protesters in our zoo. But it's just because, yeah, there's not a lot to look at. I usually place them in the corner of the map, and people will come to the zoo for that, and that's it. So let's take a look at the last animal, and probably one of the most epic, and one of the most anticipated, Jaguar. Now this is an animal that's seriously missed. That was seriously missed in the original game. A real Jaguar. Now, of all the animals, this is the one I'm hyped about the most, together with the llama. Those are the most epic ones, I believe. Oh, come on. Stop it. Stop it. All of you. Stop it. But I've been highly anticipating the Jaguar, actually. I am going to show you guys what its terrain necessary requirements are. There you go, together with its enrichments, requirements, timeline, the social, yeah, sure, and of course you can also see the stats. Now these are the species appeal for these guys are of course enormous. Also gonna go by the anteater and show you guys what their requirements are. Of course, as you can see, these are all of the requirements. And this is stud book, of course. You guys don't really care about that, I guess. Species appeal is also very high, together with, of course, the monkeys, which are over here, which of course needs climbable area. Not as much as normal monkeys need, but they do need a bunch of climbable area. Let's see what else is there. So they like to live in big populations, and of course they have high appeal. Now I'm also going to check out, I'm going to show you guys the pages of this, and also I want to ask you guys, try and build these temples for yourself in the game. So I'm actually going to try to build something over here. see if I can build a thing, actually. Gonna remove this guy, remove this guy, remove this guy, and remove this guy. There we go. I'm actually going to try to build something over here. I want to challenge you guys. Build something yourself in Planet Zoo with these new added stuff, the South American stuff, and send in your own creations to my Twitter. It's in the description, I believe, in the card in the upper right corner. It's going to show up as well. Send them to me. I am very curious to see what you are going to build, and of course I'm going to try something myself. So let's try to build something run down. Alright, so this is something I just created in the small time that I have, but I'm very excited to see what you guys can cook up for buildings. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video over here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like if you like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an episode. Anyway, guys, don't forget to go over to Twitter and send in your builds. And I want to end the episode, or at least the video here. Goodbye.